It is pretty cool, though. Amazing. How did Dell turn out better than I thought yesterday? I guess that's what happens when you practice drawing minions. Why does Muscle Man have a volleyball, is what you're probably going to ask. Well, that was actually what today's episode of Regular Show The Lost Tapes had. A volleyball. And a purpose. I'm going to be talking about good Mitch spiking. Because boy, does this episode really feel like it resonates with me. It feels very relatable. It all started back when Benson was finishing his story and Muscle Man was starting his story. So what happened? Well, we know Muscle Man is a slacker. He plays video games, he eats a lot of food, and adds mayo to it while at a movie theater. He, brings the food with him to the theater. Oh! I don't like mayo! Ugh. Ugh. Okay, look, maybe a lot of people might like mayo with their food. Maybe I guess it's an acquired taste. But, I eat sourdough jacks that have mayo in it, so what am I to say? Well, at least I don't have that much on it. Alright, because Muscle Man is a slacker, is not doing anything with his life, Starla breaks up with him. And, she actually has it tattooed to her back, and it's getting, crossed out due to, a tattoo artist named Janine. Yeah, I think that's what her name is. Yeah, Janine. Yikes, that's gotta hurt, huh? So yeah, Starla doesn't want to date Muscle Man because he's not going anywhere with his life. And when Muscle Man's picking up trash, he's kind of spiking it like it's a volleyball, which gets the attention of some volleyball guy by the name of Dan Diggs. Yeah, he's been he noticed Muscle Man doing some spiking with the trash and wants to use him for some tournament that's going to be going on. I need you for a volleyball tournament or something. And Muscle Man doesn't really know how to really do volleyball. So they kind of practice at a beach. And that's basically where the conflict starts to stir. Turns out Starla is dating this new guy, Steve. And has his name tattooed to her back. That must be the Steve from Muscle Woman. Yeah, because do you remember in Muscle Woman where she's at the beach, she and Mordecai are on a date, and he sees on her back the names, and we see Steve. Who is Steve? This dude, he's a hunk. He's a muscular dude who also plays volleyball. And so in order to get Starla back, he has to prove himself in a volleyball tournament. But not just any tournament. It's a underground tournament. Ooh, that's where the stakes are. Alright, so they go to the volleyball tournament. High Five Ghost wishes Muscle Man luck. And not only is Steve an opponent, but there's also this muscular dolphin. His name is Blake. And he has a translator who looks very scarcely familiar. Where have I seen this before? Oh, yes, I remember. This is the same translator that we saw in episode 3 of Regular Show, Caffeinated Concert Tickets from season 1. What's he doing here? I guess he's an opponent that plays the game, I guess. So, Muscle Man and Dan Diggs are up against opponents which are very hilarious when you think about it. You got ghost pirates, you got medieval Joss knights, you got fire ants, literally an army of skeletons. What are they gonna do? Inhumaniate robots? They're not doing anything. It all comes down to the final match between them plus Steve and Blake. Yeah, these guys are really good at volleyball, and they're basically getting owned. And you got it's kind of hard to watch because we know what's at stake here, and you just kind of feel for Muscle Man. He's trying to find that purpose in life, and he's trying to prove to Starla that he can do something by playing volleyball. But when he talks to her, he doesn't really get the reaction that he wanted. Instead, she's like, "You still don't get it, Mitch," and that kind of messes with his game. And it's also sad because we see him like he's like all sad, distraught and stuff. Not to mention the fact that they're actually playing on a quicksand surface. He actually sinks to the bottom because he's kind of like lost in thought. Like he's got to find his purpose, like what's he's fighting for. And he finally realizes it. He's doing this for Starla. And not only does he win the game, but he basically shows what that dolphin who's boss. He sends the dolphin flying. Okay, he takes the ball and then he hits it against the dolphin. It like swirls around like some kind of seismic toss from Pokemon. And that basically wins the game for him. Good job, Muscle Man. I knew you could do it. Yeah. So what happens to Blake? Oh yeah, Blake sinks to the bottom in the quicksand because the translator guy isn't helping him. He's just translating everything the dolphin is saying. And I'm like, oh, bye-bye, dolphin. And then, out of nowhere, the coffee bean shows up and says, coffee, 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 coffee. And then the translator's like, yes, I do speak coffee. And so Muscle Man gets his scholarship to beach volleyball. We see him finally succeed in something, and he gets Starla back. No sign of Steve, though. I don't know what happened to him after the match. But yeah, he found his purpose in life, and that's volleyball, which gets his name tattooed back to Starla's back. And that's good Mitch spiking. Wow, this episode, I don't know what it is, but it just feels really relatable. And it really is relatable. Like, say for example, that you want to make something in life, but you just can't seem to find what it is. You're slacking, you're playing video games, all that stuff. And if you don't do something, you're not going to do anything in your life. You're not going to achieve anything. Well, the Muscle Man did. Well, he does say that he did lose a scholarship because remember that aftermath with the battle between Benson and Tox? Yeah, his hands were injured because of that. But why do you have to blame Benson for? It was Tox's fault, not Benson's fault. And then when the story ends, Benson's like, wait, I felt bad because you said it was a full ride. And then Muscle Man's like, yeah, a full ride to the airport. Yeah, it's funny. But seriously, though, you didn't have to blame Benson for your injury. It was Tox's fault, not the gumball machine. So yeah, that is why you see Muscle Man playing volleyball. I don't know if it's just me, but I want to see like an episode of Regular Show where we see like those volleyball jocks from West Anderson High duking it out with Mordecai and Rigby. I am slurring on my speech, aren't I? Yeah, I should probably eat something. Before I do that, why don't I do some battling? I'm going to be using the grass type team. You know, it's hard to review an episode of Regular Show The Lost Tapes because you only got like one shot to watch it. And then review it the best way you can. That's the challenge, alright. Alright, do your worst. No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. made them surrender, Sceptile. I guess you could say they were tech and chicken. Chicken. Polyblack, Orcorio, Sharon, Lissy. Foxo, Tangrowth, Lepecco, Chansey. Oh! Magnezone EX! That's a rainbow. Ah! And a duplicate shiny. A rainbow and a shiny. Toxtricity. No! I don't want Spyro. Well, you know, I got a rainbow and I got a shiny. Too bad it was a duplicate. Are you kidding? It's still good. Hold on, let me see it. Well, we got 2 of these now. Stormblade. It's surrounded by minions. Look at those. I mean, Magnemites look like one-eyed minions. They're like, they're gray. They're gray minions. Well, couldn't have done it without you, Mega Sceptile. Sceptile! Yep, it's no wonder you're my favorite starter. Well, that's the end of the stream. Thank you guys for watching, and laters.